This is Syberia Remastered. We're here on the PlayStation 5, specifically the PlayStation 5 Pro. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. It's been more than 2 decades since the original release, back in 2002. Syberia's reborn in a modernized styling and aesthetic. You can rediscover its iconic locations and unforgettable characters through stunning visual overhaul, redesigned gameplay, and the same captivating storytelling that made it a classic and spawned numerous entries. Most recently, Syberia: The World Before, which is kind of like the fourth one, sort of, and that one is a bit of a split story kind of perspective. A beautiful looking game if you haven't played that one. I mostly came in on Syberia 3 and kind of did like a full video walkthrough and stuff at the time ahead of the launch to kind of, tie in with the release and everything, and that was quite a bit of fun at that time, and it's been quite many years since that happened. And then, of course, obviously the series has really been something that's been made available in different ways over the years, and it's kind of exciting to see the first game get some love and get a bit of an upgrade for potentially a new audience to jump in and enjoy it. Kate Walker is the character you play as, a brilliant lawyer from New York sent to a remote village in the French Alps to finalize the sale of an old automaton factory. It's a routine assignment, but things, are never quite as routine as they perhaps should be. So that's where she finds herself having to deal with some problems on an adventure across the land of, Eastern Europe. And you will be accompanied by your faithful robotic companion, Oscar, who, of course, if you are familiar with the series, is a bit of a classic pal and colleague, I guess. You'll meet eccentric characters, go on quite a journey as you follow the trail of Hans Voralberg, a genius inventor. And, it's just got some really interesting stuff to it, some interesting gameplay mechanics.
Hello there.
The story's quite neat, especially as it evolves. It was very interesting how they sort of left things or kind of built things up in the most recent entry, so it is kind of neat to go back and sort of see this retouched up. And I would imagine we're probably going to see other entries get a similar sort of love, hopefully.
I would like to see my room now.
And
certainly, of course.
yeah, I don't know. It's like a really lovely series. You of course have to be into this type of gameplay, as it is.
I really don't have the strength to take.
It's an old school adventure game, bordering on like a point and click type setup, but it really is quite a lovely experience.
Hi there.
It is one I think you can have some fun with, and one you can find quite interesting, as the core story is quite strong. And it's very neat to see how it sort of evolves over the course of like the games, and it's a mammoth discovery, some would say, with the richness of Benoist's artistic vision, and to rediscover this game, which really is, again, it's quite a setup. So anyways, the game has a couple visual options that are available. Only I had the power to lift this.
To take this suitcase any further.
You gotta be kidding me. So you can go to the settings and switch at any time. There's performance, which we've been playing on. We're gonna switch to quality mode. So quality is sort of your full 4K, and it's 30 FPS. It's a very story-driven game, so I don't really think it's super problematic to do this sort of option. It's up to you, but, it does look visually significantly a bit better for fidelity in that, but I don't know, I kind of like the fluidity that you would get in the performance mode, and performance mode seems to drop it down to 1440p at 60 FPS. So I would say, I don't know, it's really up to you with this one. It is a very story-driven experience,
Could you possibly take my
and
luggage up,
it's really whether or not you want a little bit of fluidity, or if you're just fine,
Please do excuse me,
enjoying
Miss Walker. We
the
have been
fidelity and
neglecting
stuff.
our
Totally up to you.
duties.
And I
Yes,
just wanted to
so
highlight
there.
those options that are present here.
Forget our manners. So you're the American woman?
It's
Is
true.
it what people say? That you've come to buy the factory?
Not factory. Anna's house. Hans' house.
Excuse me?
Would you quiet down, you mischievous little boy? Ah. I imagine our little town must disappoint you. You see, today is very sad for us. It's a day of mourning. Today is the funeral of Miss Anna.
Momo
Miss
died,
Anna?
but Hans not dead. Hans long way away. Anna told Momo. Anna liked Momo very much.
That's enough, Momo. Stop pestering the lady. Now go on, scram. Get out of here, you hear? What was I saying? Oh, yes, Miss Anna. Such a great loss for Valadilène, it really is. Because now that she's dead, the factory will close. But you're here to stop that happening, aren't you? Our future is in your hands, Miss Walker.
What? Anna Voralberg is dead?
What a shocker. But yeah, you'd be quite surprised at the where the story goes over the course of the various
Hope you like
games.
it, Miss Walker.
It's quite a journey. It really genuinely is, especially the narrative. Yeah, it's got quite a tales as this character sort of develops and things happen, and it's a wonderful,
I'll leave you to
beautiful
rest for the
gaming
day.
series.
You must
But
have
obviously a bit of a slow burn if you are not into this type of
It would make
gameplay
us
experience.
very happy to see
But I
life
think
return to our valley.
the journey itself is quite good, and at least they've gotten these running a little bit cleaner. I remember there being some
People came from all over the world to buy
technical
Vorarlberg
stuff in
automats.
Syberia 3 and stuff that's
Somebody has left you
a
some
thing.
mail, I see. Remember, if you need anything at all, we're not far away, Miss Walker.
Anyways, thanks for that.
I should tell Marson about the death of Miss Voralberg. I hope this isn't going to get too complicated. I can't see myself staying here too
It's also
long.
just a really interesting world too, being this sort of alt kind of timeline where we've got like this integration of automatons built into society, and yeah, it's quite a vibe. It really is. Like you've oh, do we have oh, it plays out of the controller too. Hey, that's nice.
Martin and Mormont, how can I help you?
Can you put me through to Mr. Marson, please? It's Kate Walker.
Hold the line, please.
That's so neat that you could like through the controller and stuff.
Hello, Kate. So tell me, how's the case going?
I've just got to Valadilène, and there's a slight problem, Mr. Marson, I'm afraid. Mrs. Voralberg is dead.
That's most unfortunate. But I seem to remember we made provisions for just such a sad eventuality, and we know that there was no heir.
Yes, that's right, but...
So where's the problem, Kate? Contact the notary right away. I'll get my secretary to fax you his address and an introduction letter from the firm.
Very good, Mr. Marson.
Right, I gotta go, Kate. Keep me up to date, okay?
I just...
Yeah, that guy's not great. Oh, and they give you a lot of really good like setups and hints in case you are having any like problems with the game. Of course, there are different difficulty settings too to make it a little easier or a little bit more hard to deal with. As you may find that some of the puzzles could be perhaps challenging and whatnot, and you know, it's totally up to you and how you want to go about it.
I'm back again.
Miss Walker?
The
A
mission.
fax didn't arrive for me, did it?
Maybe. I thought I heard the phone ring.
Do you think you might want to go and check?
Certainly, ma'am. Immediately.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
At your service.
Didn't notice that like right below him when you hear like a fax machine going off.
I'm back again.
Miss
I'm back again.
I'm I'm gonna go look around Valadilène. See you later.
As you like, miss.
I think they did a wonderful job with the visuals. This really does look quite delightful and charming. Which is kind of funny because the opening cinematic is almost not as visually matching the gameplay aspects. Yeah, I hope they do the other entries too. It'd be kind of cool to have them all sort of upgraded and having a similar visual identity across the experience would be nice. They do that a lot with older titles in the modern era. So why not with Syberia? Making my way downtown. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Should get out of this town, you know what I mean? Really, really quite lovely.
I'll come back when the funeral is over. I can't go that way.
Not with that attitude. There's a great sense of like mystery too, and like the scale and setup of the environment. Like it's a set world, obviously, right? Like the scope of it, but the way they kind of do it just gives this like grand sense of depth in that, and you always feel like you're transferred into this sort of really unique world, especially as like a lead character that is, you know, you're like a lawyer, so you're not really used to this place, if that makes sense. Like you're in Europe, and really interesting.
Good morning. Are you open? Can I buy something from your bakery?
Oh, afraid not. Not possible. We're closed.
I can wait a while.
You can wait, but we're closed all day. Day of mourning.
I'm sorry. Please accept my condolences.
Don't worry about it. Because of Madame Voralberg's death, all the shops are closed. Mayor's decision. Try tomorrow.
Tomorrow I won't be here. That's a pity.
The lawyer's revelations. It's almost jarring how old, like, older, like, the pre-rendered kind of stuff almost looks compared to the gameplay. It's fascinating. No
Hello,
receptionist, eh?
Miss Walker, I presume. Have you had a good journey?
Everything went very smoothly. Thank you.
Do take a seat, Miss Walker, please.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here.
Of course, I was waiting for you. Miss Walker, I am afraid that the sale of the Voralberg factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed.
Whoa there. Everything was agreed. We'd obtained Anna Voralberg's consent, and her death does absolutely nothing to invalidate that. Now, I have to be back in New York the day after tomorrow, Metro Alfotaire. My client and I are impatient to seal this deal.
I understand only too well, Miss Walker. There is an heir, Miss Walker.
Excuse me? An heir? But Madame Voralberg never married, as far as I know. And in my last conversation with her, she absolutely never mentioned this detail.
Miss Walker, believe me, I was more surprised than you are. Anna Voralberg sent me a letter 2 days before she died. Understand, Miss Walker, that had I known about this earlier, I would have informed you. I shall read you the document in my possession. I am so very old. It seems that today life is slipping away from me more quickly than I imagined, and I fear that I will not be of this world to sign the takeover contract for my dear factory. So, I must make this confession to you now. My brother, Hans, is still alive. It would not surprise me if you find this difficult to believe, but it is indeed the truth. You must remember his death, his funeral, too. Even though you were very young at the time, it was but a sordid charade dreamt up by our father. To him, the very idea that his only son should wish to leave Valadilène and abandon the family business was unbearable. When Hans left, he preferred to think him dead and make everybody else believe this too. He obliged me to bear this terrible secret as well. I repeat that Hans is still alive, so when I die, it is he who becomes the sole and rightful heir of our factory.
Okay, I see. If Hans Voralberg is not dead after all, then I just have to sign the contracts with him. I suppose you've already contacted him? Where can I reach him?
The second half of the letter informs us that Hans Voralberg is somewhere in Syberia. I will leave the document in your hands to read at your leisure.
Uh-oh.
Anna Voralberg had no further information to add?
Unfortunately not, Miss Walker. I have told you as much as I know. The situation, in legal terms, is now clear. If you want to conclude this sale, you have to find Hans Voralberg. Apparently, there is a body lying in the town cemetery. There also seems to be some ghost wandering around Syberia. It seems you have your work cut out for you. Believe me, Miss Walker, when I say that I am most sorry for this regrettable setback. Most sorry.
Great. What now, then?
Perhaps you will find out more in the Voralberg factory archives. You will find the key in the waiting room. My role in this affair finishes here with the reading of this letter. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must rest.
Well, that created a whole lot of work for me and kickstarted an adventure that lasted a few games. And thus, the real adventure really begins. Why is the factory key a stake now that I'm thinking of it? It's kind of a bit weird, right? You know, you can never just journey to Europe to try to finish off a big sale of a company and a whatever corporation. There's always gotta be a twist. What a quaint and beautiful town, eh? No, that's an inconvenience. It really is just like sort of a lovely vibe and environment. Anyway, Syberia Remastered. It's a nice look, and hopefully this kind of gave me an idea of everything and what it offers.